Hello everyone, welcome back to Natalie's Makeup Channel. Today I will be showing you how to achieve this ombre graphic eyeliner. If you'd like to see how I got this makeup look, keep watching. Let's get started. Of course, always starting off with my Refresh Set and Prep Mist from NYX Cosmetics, followed by the Bear With Me Primer. Very interesting in texture. It's almost like a super jelly. I'd recommend being very careful with this one and using it if you have dry skin. Following right on top with the Honey Do Me Up Primer to give me a little bit more luminosity around the T-zone. Usually I would go for something more mattifying, but I have been a little bit more dry lately. Mixing my two favorite foundations from Dose of Colors and Milani. For today's application, I'm applying with a Morphe brush all over the skin, patting in and then blending all over. I definitely recommend both of these foundations, but keep in mind, I find with the Milani one, it does tend to darken up a little bit once it is dry. You notice I switch over from the Beauty Blender to a brush today because of the texture of the primer. I feel like patting it on with the brush helps smooth the application a little bit more with the jelly primer. Once you have your foundation base done, go ahead and go on top with a concealer. Today I'm using ColourPop right under the eyes. Blend that in with a smaller fluffy brush meant for concealer and bring that up a little bit onto our eyelids. I felt like it was a little bit light, so to blend in more, I went back in with the foundation I was using around the edges. You'll see here I'm not doing so much blending, just patting that in. After concealer, grab a translucent setting powder, apply right under the eyes. This ensures we're not going to have any creasing throughout the day. Here I'm using a small contoured angled brush. Switching over to a large fluffy brush, pat that translucent powder all over the skin. To start off with chiseling the face, I'm going in with my NYX No Filter powder. Because this is a mineral powder, it gives very light definition, so you see me go in with this one first, followed by a Too Faced Chocolate Soleil powder. I also switched over to a different brush. This is also a contour, but it is more chiseled and dense to pick up a little bit more of that product. Using the same powder, but a different, smaller angled eyeshadow brush, contouring the insides of my eye and the nose. You'll see I take this inside my crease, in the inner corner, and onto the nose. Using a Pixi Beauty cheek powder, applying this all over the apples of the cheeks and back onto the high parts of the bone. I'm usually not one for highlighter, but today I felt like I wanted to give a little bit more luminosity to the skin, being that we use so many glowy primers, so I'm using two shades from the Born to Glow NYX Cosmetics palette. Now that our base is mostly done, jumping back into eyebrows, using my go-to NYX Cosmetics Espresso Micro Brow Pencil. Usually when I start these videos, I already have my clear eyebrow gel on. Just to keep the hairs in place, this really, for me, helps draw out the shape of my brows to ensure that I'm not adding too much product and just placing that product and color where I have more sparse areas. If you do have trouble with your eyebrows, I recommend looking up the golden rule. This is something that I always tell all my clients. And of course, if you feel like you're applying too much pressure or do have a heavy hand when working with your eyebrows, don't forget to go back in with a spoolie and disperse that product. Using that ColourPop concealer one more time, a super flat eyeshadow brush, and a fluffy concealer brush, I'm going back in under the eyebrows just to clean up that arch a little bit more. As you can tell, I use very little product. I just want to clean up and make it look very sharp. Starting with the liner, I'm going in with Suva Beauty Water Activated. I actually used a NYX Prep Set Refresh to activate the liner. Starting with black, and then going into blue in the front. This style of liner was always something I was scared of doing, but the trick is just to go slowly, have a couple different mirrors. That way you can see the different angles and how it's going to fall into your eye shape. Because these are water activated, it is extremely easy to clean up. Just make sure you have a wipe or Q-tips around you. You'll notice in today's video, as opposed to using a thicker brush or something more slanted, I am using a fine point. My favorite fine point eyeshadow brush would be from Morphe 250. Suva Beauty also makes really great fine point eyeliner brushes that you can use with their water activated liner. Adding a different amount of water to the eyeliner is going to help change up the opacity and create an even finer line. Using the NYX Glitter Primer and a Lit Cosmetics glitter, I'm going in the inner corners and packing that in with a dense brush. You do not have to be precise at all. It's going to be really messy. We want to make that the focus point of the eye and then bring out the ombre liner from there. Make it last forever. Stop in time. Once you've added the glitter, go in with a first layer of mascara with your favorite mascara. Once you've applied your first coat, go ahead and grab your favorite lashes. As always, grab some tweezers, pinch them to your real lashes. And going back in to our under eye lashes with an IT Cosmetics mascara. Mascara is something I definitely always switch up. I haven't found one that I absolutely love because either my eyes do become more sensitive to it or it just doesn't work the way I want it to. If there's one you're loving, definitely let me know in the comments below. And using that same black Suva liner, going in on top of my lashes just to create a really thin black line. Just topping my cheeks off with the NYX Glow Powder. Going in with a matte liquid lipstick from Stila just to act as a base. I did think it was a little bit light to be left alone, so I went back in with a NYX Mahogany Lip Liner. This one has a lot of pigmentation in the color itself, so just add a little bit and then you can blend out with your finger. As you can see, I felt like it was still a little bit dark, so I went back with the Stila because the mahogany was really rich in color. Just dabbing that out in the middle of my lips with my finger. I wanted to add a hint of a rosy pink, so I'm using the Urban Decay tint. This doesn't have much opacity, it's just going to add a nice sheer gloss to the top. And because I did want to go for more of a glowy look today, I'm adding the Danessa Myrick Sheer Gloss on top of my high points of the face. And this is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching today's tutorial. As always, feel free to swap out the colors I used for your favorite color to get a different look. If there are any specific looks you'd like to see, go ahead and drop a comment down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching!